1-0. And are we about to beat PSG here in the Champions League semi-final?
Oh, yes!
Hello and welcome back to another episode as part of Borderline Glory here with Saint Etienne. It's the day you've all been waiting for. 2 games coming up in the Champions League semi-final against PSG. It's a massive game, and we currently, the league is not even over. We are 22 points ahead, not even 22 points, we're now 23 points ahead. PSG have dropped down to 3rd place in the table. We're 22 points clear of Lyon in 2nd place there. PSG are just not at it at the moment. I don't know if they've even won a game in their last 5. It's not been a good run of form for them. If we go and take a look at what's been going on, it's just, that's grim. That is grim. They've won 1 game. I mean, even if you go back a little bit, they've only won 3 of their last 10 games. Or is it 10 games? 3 of their last 9 games, which is not good enough by PSG standards. But we play against them today, and hopefully we can inflict a few more defeats. The first one at home, the second one we go to the Parc de France, and it is going to be, I always get that name mixed up, by the way, the Parc de Princes, what is it? I don't even know. Where is it? It's the Luis Enrique Park we go to actually in today's episode. So a great game for us. We can play either one of Atletico Madrid or Barcelona in the final should we get there. An Atletico Madrid rematch, the Conference League final of last year, that would just be ridiculous. But in our way is PSG first. We're going to be the underdogs undoubtedly in this semi-final with all that experience and the quality that PSG have, but we're here to make a statement, and we are here to go and get that victory and a place in the Champions League final. Let's go and get straight into it. The first game of 2 against PSG. So the team for this game against PSG, Napa had to miss his first game of the season. We literally could not play him anymore. He did need resting in the end, but he is still doing alright, as you can see, and will undoubtedly I should say, break his goal record in the league. He's played a few more games than he did last season, and as well he is top scorer in the Champions League. He is in this team today alongside Trigueros in goal, backline of Agbenifo, Juanma, Liddell, Barber, Jaworski, Blazquez, Nuhard in the middle, Garcia on the left, Luis on the right, and Napa up top. As the two teams walk out here, it's a massive game for us, but we're going to come here and give it our absolute all. A place in the final awaits, the first time for pretty much everyone, I'd like to think, in the Saint Etienne team, and we are going to dig in for it. We're going to put on a good display of football, and ultimately we're going to come away with that result. I do feel like it's destiny. The fact we had to play 2 French teams who we beat this season, and teams who we've had to beat in order to become league champions. You just feel like it's written in the stars that we are going to make that Champions League final. We said we could do it. We said we could complete a treble. You'll be pleased to know we are also into the French Cup final. Those teams, it happens in Germany as well, where you have like a few 2nd division, 3rd division teams. You will remember we played them in a final not too long ago in the Coupe de France, and they always give us a very competitive game. There's a goal there, Garcia scores, and it's 1-0. And are we about to beat PSG here in the Champions League semi-final? It's a lovely goal from an unexpected man on the end of those headers. Usually it's Napa, but Nuhard found the back post, and honestly I think it's a very smart play. We've caught out the PSG defence. They were thinking that it would be Julio Napa who goes over for it, but it's Garcia who creeps in at the back post, and that is 1-0. I was trying to talk about this how it's been going for us. We've had 4 games since last time out, 3 wins in the league, is it, or 2 wins in the league? No, we've only had 3 games in the league, 2 wins in the league there, as you can see. And then Diakite actually got a goal in this game. That's the game he started in place of Julio Napa, so we could be ready for this game where we needed him most. Didn't get subbed on either. I did want to kind of get him subbed on, but I just couldn't do it. We also had this game against Le Mans. They were the team we've come with. They were always very competitive, going to dig in for it, but we won with an 85th minute Julio Napa winner in the end there. Here's Agbenifo. What a shot that is, and it's the rebound from Jose Luis. It's 2-0, 15 minutes gone. We are absolutely cruising here in this Champions League semi-final. It's very unfortunate for Agbenifo to not go and put that away, just centimetres off from getting a massive Champions League goal for himself from that range as well. It's a very good effort, and if it had just gone a little bit more inside, he would have got that goal. But who else on the end of that rebound but Jose Luis? It's now 1-1 between these wingers, but ultimately the score is 2-0 for Saint Etienne, and that is a very, very good result. It's always going to be a tough game against PSG, as we've shown, but this is our year. Clearly, we're getting one up on them. We're getting over them. We're overcoming their technical, their technical ability, their skills that they have, and just their sheer kind of aura that they possess in French football. But this is not French football. This is European football, and we are taking charge of it, and we are 2-0 up in the first leg at the start. Geoffrey Gichard, they've come here and they don't know what's hit them. 2-0 inside 25 minutes, and they've got some of their real good players from over the years, but it's just not helping them, and we might even go and look to get one more. Blasquez, lovely flip ball back, Frag Benifo, he gets the return ball to Blasquez. What can he do with this one? Work it out wide potentially. Rock Barber, tons of space on that right hand side. It does find Rock Barber, he's in behind, he pulls it back, he squares it. It's Jose Luis, it's Rock Barber, Newhard, Barber with the shot. It's a save from the PSG goalkeeper. They've got no response for us. They are going completely unmatched, unresponsive here in this game. Garcia on the ball, he finds Blasquez in the box, dangerous territory for us. Jaworski from range. It was an ambitious effort, but he's unable to score in the end. 25 minutes gone, and it could not be any better for us. We have, I don't want to say it's surprising, but it's surprising how good we've started here, to be honest, because it's going to be big nerves, and we're playing against a good team. We know what they can do. You do feel like if there was a time where we concede a goal, it would be in that first parts of the game, but we've gone and taken two, and I guess attack is the best form of defence, and it's been very, very impressive ultimately, and that's why we have 2 goals on that scoreboard. That's very, very satisfying. This Saint Etienne team could be returning to the Champions League final, where they were defeated one time, never returned since. I'm sure they would like to get back there, and this young team who have developed into some very experienced and very capable football players, I'm sure they'll want to get there too. The score's 2-0, but the stats are saying PSG are in favour, but it will not matter as long as we've got those goals. It may be a game where we are typically quite a possession based team, we knock it around quite well, but ultimately it might not be that game for us, and that's fine, just as long as we can adapt to the situation, be very defensively sound, and when we get that ball, be very clinical, and we know how direct we are, we know how deadly we are in the attack, and that's what's happened in the first parts of this game. That's why we're 2-0 up, and then when it comes to the defensive work, Trigueiro is pulling off saves like that. He has been an absolute machine in between the sticks over the last few years, and if there's a time we need him to turn up, it is now, and he has been, and that's why we will go into half time 2-0 up here. What a performance it has been, and that is the whistle for that first half. It's going to be the first of 4 quarters of this game, this tie against PSG, but a 2-0 advantage just makes it all the more frustrating for the opposition. Let's go and see, can we go and get a few more goals, make a great attacking display in the second half, and ultimately come away with a very big win. And hopefully the dream situation is a win that can not be overturned by PSG, one that is insurmountable, one that they cannot climb over. We've got a mountain in front of them, and the same mountains are there to be climbed, but will they even get up a metre of it? It's football. It's just beautiful. Here is Jose Luis, he's there. Garcia, 3-0. We are 3-0 up in this semi-final. Luis finds Garcia. Garcia's got 2 goals here in this game. Even Julio Napa's not involved just yet. If he gets going, it's going to be completely over for PSG. We're 3-0 up against them in the Champions League semi-final. They do not know what has hit them. No response. They're going to give us three, what would you call it? The goals where they have no reply. 3 goals without reply, basically, is the way to put it. And it's just going to be ridiculous. It's going to be an absolute blow away if it continues like this, or maybe not, because they do get a goal back. Their number 9, Bertrand, he's been involved in all these derbies over the last few years. He does get a goal back, and we need to be careful, obviously be a bit patient, but I cannot fault these guys the way they have been playing. We just need to be on our A game now in terms of defensive work. We can make a few changes. We've got very capable players at the back. I'm thinking Zajac to come into this game here, see what he can do, and then as well and may bring Mason. He's got some very good crosses, set pieces, and I am thinking if we leave Liddell and Napa on, that could be our avenue to another goal here in this game. Napa's not got into it yet. Liddell has not really been seen on corners because we've only had 2 corners. But you know what? I am going to go with that change. I'm going to bring Kwanma off. Going to bring Zajac in there. I'll also bring Mace on. We'll wait on Rock Barber. Hopefully he is disciplined. We've just got to hope that will be the case. And we'll go and make some midfield changes as well. I'll bring Idrissa Silva on. We'll bring him off for Blazquez. Or bring Blazquez off, and gives us a bit of a physical presence in the midfield to go and wrap up this game. 3-1 the score line. That is a very good one, and hopefully we go and improve. We managed to get 2 more corners since last time we checked. 1 more there. Hopefully here's another one where we see Liddell or Napa on it. If Napa gets a goal, that would take him up to 13 goals in the Champions League now, and it would take us up to 4-1 on aggregate here in this tie. The ball knocking around the back for PSG. Can we go and force an error? Is this going to be the error? It's Jaworski, finds Garcia on for a hat-trick, and you just know he's going to go for it. He has the shot. It's into the hands of the PSG goalkeeper. Unfortunate for that man, he's unlucky to not get that goal to wrap up what would be an historic Champions League hat-trick. He's already got a few in this season, and if he could go and complete a hat-trick, we just need one of these boys to have a moment that they've been dreaming of, one that they want. You know, Garcia wants to go and get that hat-trick in a semi-final. Napa wants to go and add to his tally. Liddell wants that header goal. If one of these boys can just create that moment for themselves, it would go and put us in an even better position than we were before. But PSG knocking the ball around very well with great proficiency down this left-hand side. It's going to work itself to back into the midfield. Really intense passing, quick passing. It's knocking around, but it won't matter because that shot is well over the bar. In the end, we don't even have to be concerned about that. If they're going to be playing passes like that with an end product like that, nothing's going to come for them. The only goal that came for them was that one where they managed to work it into the box very well. Maybe if they listen to what I'm saying, they could get a few more goals. Who knows? It's nice to rub it into the PSG face after what has been an interesting few years of games against them. What a ball that is. Julio Napa's there. Garcia, can he pull it back? Where will he go? Is he going to take the shot himself? He goes for it. He might have tried to square it, and the deflection was very fortunate into the hands of the PSG goalkeeper. 70 minutes gone. What's going to happen here? We've got a few minutes to go here. It's been a very eventful first leg, a very entertaining one, it must be said, and ultimately it does look like we will come away with the win as things stand. The ball on the touchline, surely that went out there. The player looked well out, and so did the ball when he received it. Who knows? The ball is on this that far side now. It's Bukayo Saka who's trying to find Florian Wirtz down the wing, but Bukayo Saka has been dispossessed by Garcia until he wasn't. It works into the midfield. So many elite players in this PSG team. The ball played in behind, and that's could have gone out for a throw-in. If that was a centimetre over, that is just ridiculous. You know, you can have all these big money players, these elite players, but it's our players who get valuations of like 10-20 million, but they are some of the best players, if not the best players in all of Europe. How do they not get more? I don't really know. The ball is on this right hand side of PSG. Bukayo Saka, edge of the area, needs to be careful of that penalty threat. Trigueiro, safe hands as ever. Would you expect any less from him? You wouldn't. He's an absolute elite goalkeeper. This has just been a performance of a lifetime. We've been so attackingly sound, but so defensively sound as well. Overall, it's just a performance of dreams, to be honest. We've just got to hold out now, because to crumble from here would be frustrating. Obviously, we do have another game, but we just need to go. That is a ridiculous goal, and that is going to be 3-2 here after 75 minutes. You did feel like a bit of pressure was coming on, but not in that way that the goal would come, but it has come for PSG, and it is now 3-2. Do we go a little bit more attacking and force that goal? Let's go and have a look. I'll bring Garcia on that right hand side, and I'm also going to bring Jagu into the midfield, another kind of midfield presence, win those balls, those long balls. Here's Modi Newhard, could raise the roof with this free kick here. What's he going to do with it? Is he going to play it short? Is he going to go straight over that 5-man wall for PSG? Modi Newhard, our captain, has a chance for an incredible free kick. Josh Liddell with the header. Napa Silva is there. It does go in. That is incredible. Would you believe it? After 80 minutes in this game, Idrissa Silva has got a goal to make it 4-2. Take a look at this again. Newhard, he smacks the crossbar, it falls out. Josh Liddell with the header. What a save that is, to be fair. Julio Napa, very unselfish, and he's managed to find Idrissa Silva, and he was never going to make any mistake from there. That is a massive goal. It's 4-2 now, and what a game it has been. Zajac, can we go and get another one back to restore that 3-0 win? And you do think a 3-0 win is one that cannot be turned over by PSG, because if we bring this same team as well, how are they going to do that? I don't really know. Here is Garcia on for his hat-trick. He's in behind. He has the shot. What a save that is from the PSG goalkeeper. You felt that was going right into that bottom corner, tucking in there. But ultimately, the PSG goalkeeper has got down for it. Just when they tried to hit us with those 2 goals in this second half, we bounced back. Julio Napa's got an assist even. And it's been an absolutely incredible game of football. And hopefully this is the same standard in the second leg. You would expect no less from these two teams. You know, they've been the best teams in France for quite a few seasons now, and ultimately we want to go and beat them overall across these 2 legs, and we've done our bit in the first one. There's still a bit of time to go. One final chance would always be nice. Rock Barber finds Garcia. Can he go and square it? What's going to happen here? Pull it back, edge of the area. Rock Barber finds Julio Napa, who scores. He got his goal in the end. You just knew this game would not end without a Julio Napa goal. He's made it 5-2 here in this game. That is incredible stuff. We have absolutely demolished of PSG in this game, and we are 1 foot into the Champions League final. The full-time whistle goes, and what a game that was. And the team for this second leg against PSG, we managed to rest some boys in the other game, and still got a 1-0 win against Marseille, which is always nice. Trigueros in goal, backline of Agbenifo, Juanma, Liddell, Barber, Jaworski, Blazquez, Newhard in the middle, Garcia on the left, Luis on the right, Napa up top. And you'll be pleased to know, in the other semi-final, Atletico Madrid won 3-0. Let's go and get straight into it. Here we go then as the two teams walk out. What a stadium this is. Take a look at that look at that stand as well. These stands are absolutely incredible, and we are ready to go. We have everything to play for, and PSG, I guess, have nothing to lose, so that's going to make a very, very interesting game. But we are going to completely get them out of it and get through to that Champions League final, where by the looks of it, we will be playing against Atletico Madrid, a rematch of the Conference League final. Would you believe it? The chance of that happening that's probably the first time that's ever happened, but that is just ridiculous, and we hopefully will be there alongside them, and hopefully we're going to deny them of a European trophy for the second season in a row. How heartbreaking would that be? The team who've never won the Champions League, never won a European trophy apart from the Europa League, so the Conference League they obviously were denied of, and now maybe denied of the Champions League once again. How frustrating would that be for them? But we don't care about that. We're here to win these trophies. Go and one up on that result from all those years ago for Saint Etienne in the Champions League final, and it wasn't necessarily the plan to go and do this, win 2 trophies with the club, but the project we built here, and it's just gelled into this, it's built into this, and ultimately it's going to lead up to this moment should we get to that final and win that final, which is obviously the aim for us. It's just naturally got itself there, and that's what it's all about on the channel. We just get to these places, we make these movements, and ultimately we pick up trophies, and now we are a game away, should we win this one, from getting our hands on the Champions League trophy. But we've still got a lot of time to go here in this game, 80 minutes, and if PSG score 3 in those, then it'll be another 30 plus penalties should they be needed. So we need to be on our A game for the rest of this one, and ultimately gonna go and get the win that we are looking for. The ball is on that far side for PSG. The ball in there, it's floating around off the line by the looks of it. The header back in, Trigueros, and he's easily collected that, and that will be that for that first chance for PSG. We need to be, you know, just weathering the storm a little bit. Looks like there's a bit of a literal storm as well inside the stadium, the Luis Enrique Park. Obviously the team, the manager I should say, that won this PSG team the Champions League for the first time, is very deserving for him and for the club as well. But ultimately we are here to go and beat them and make sure they don't win that trophy again. They had 3 finals in 5 years where they lost every single one in the Champions League. Looks like they won't be making another final as things stand. That game we played against them was probably the best game of football we've seen on Borderline Glory, and this is not an episode to miss if you made it this far. Thank you for watching. What an episode it's been, and hopefully you have enjoyed it, but there's still work to do. We are quite deep into this first half now though, so that is quite good for us. Here is Luis. What can you do with this one? A goal here would surely get us through. It's into the back post. Garcia can't win his header. It falls out to Juanma. Juanma on the ball. Blazquez, Newhard. Blazquez with the shot inside of the post and out. So close to that 4th goal difference goal to make it 6-2 on aggregate here. That is so heartbreaking, so close to getting that goal. 4-0 has just got to be it, surely. There's no way PSG can go and get 4 in the second half. I mean, if they did now, from the position that we're in, then we would go and be knocked out. Should we not go and score another one, but who knows. We've got Julio Napa. He's still doing alright in his goal tally. Is he up to 34 now in the league? He is, and 14 in the Champions League, but he's still not up on goals in the Champions League. He's got less goals than games, which is usually for most players less goals than games, but for him we want it to be less games than goals. So hopefully he can go and turn that around. The final few moments of this first half, what has been, I guess, it's just been standard for us really. We've not scored, we've not conceded. It's exactly the same position we were in at the start of the game, and that was 5-2 up, so we can't complain about that too much. But PSG on the attack here, two men in the middle waiting. Bukayo Saka, the option to pull back to, the ball goes in, good save Triguero. 1 minute of added time we need to withstand here before we go into a half time and go into the fourth quarter of this semi-final, what would be the final one, and more importantly the quarter away from a Champions League final. How ridiculous is that? There was times where we might have doubted ourselves a little bit with certain results, particularly at the start of the season. We got to remember we got through a playoff, and after 5 games or 4 games we'd only won 1 and lost 3, and ultimately we pulled it back and had an incredible finish to that league phase. And here we are, half a football away from the Champions League final, where a rematch is being set up against Atletico Madrid. It's so poetic. Here is PSG though in behind. They do get their goal finally after 50 minutes. It's Florian Wirtz of all players. They do have a player who's currently in the Golden Boot race, and should he be knocked out, then unless there's a crazy goal swing in one of the other teams, Napa would pick up this trophy for the Golden Boot. Now we just need to be patient, not get to just make sure goals don't go in, to be honest. Let's have a look. There's a ball here, PSG, it goes in, it's cleared out, it's floating around, the shot will go in for it for PSG. Nervy times for us, it's over on that far side, the ball is squared, the back heel attempt, it's very cheeky from Bertrand, but ultimately he's not able to convert. I don't know why he's gone for that there. It could have worked, but you know what, fair enough. I can't discredit that, but you do feel like if he's in a position like that, he's got to be a little bit more safe to go and get a goal. He's in a Champions League semi-final where he's 1-0 down, he's 1-0 up, but 5-3 down. Do we encourage these boys? Is that the play, or are we supposed to praise them? I never really know. I would encourage them, to be honest, because they are still withstanding pretty well. And you were always going to know that PSG away is going to be a tough game for us. But with that 5-2 advantage, it couldn't have been any better. The knockout mentality that we always talk about, might have to write a book on that or something. We are ultimately 3-goal difference up. Napa's in behind, he scores, but I think he might have been offside. But if he isn't, then our place in the Champions League final is booked. Let's have a look here. This is nervy times, real nervy times. It is disallowed, but I think that is going to really help us, really benefit us. Not the fact that it's been disallowed, but kind of the fact that we show we are still in this game. We are going to put that mental pressure on PSG, and we are 25 minutes away from booking a place in the Champions League final. Let's go and have a look who we can bring on here. Let's see. I'm going to bring Rock Barber off. We didn't last game, and I think that's a pretty good defensive change. Bring Olofsson in there, who's nice and sharp. Did start that last game for us. I might bring Mace on a little bit later. I'm going to bring one of these midfields off. We'll bring Blázquez off, bring Idrissa Silva into the middle there. And let's go and see what can happen. 20 minutes remaining, 20 minutes away from a Champions League final. That is just crazy. Let's go and have a look. This is real nervy times, but it looks like we've weathered the storm for now. I think I'll make a few more changes here. I'm looking at those wingers. I will bring Luis off for Garcia. The rain for the other Garcia is not looking too healthy, but I don't really care about that. We'll bring Campoy on there into the middle, and then I'm going to also bring off Agbenifo, bring Mace there to obviously support that left hand side. If Garcia, we still got quite a bit of energy into him. If they can create something down that side, it will get us the goal, the fairy tale goal to get us into the Champions League final. Campoy, he's running in here, he finds Garcia, he's tried to go for some what do you call it, like that turn. I can't remember what you would call it, but he's gone for a very interesting type of turn, and he's lost out on that ball there. It is a corner here for PSG. One more goal would close that gap to 1, and that is real nervy times then, because one more goal after that would send us to extra time here, but maybe it's just a part of the script. Should that happen, the ball is floating around, it does go in, and that's well over in the end. I don't know if Triguero got a hand to that, I don't think he did. Looked like it was over in the end. Can we just get this game over with, because this is so it's just so tough to have to watch all this when we've got one foot already in the Champions League final. Can we go and get a goal so we don't lose this game? You know what, maybe we just we accept the defeat on the night, but ultimately we're going to come away with a massive win. We did our job in the first leg, we're into the added time, and we're going to go and get a full-time whistle. There it is, gonna come up, there it is, finally. That is the full-time whistle, and we are through to the Champions League final, where tomorrow we will be playing in the Signal Iduna Park against, I believe, Atletico Madrid. Let's go and take a look. Just when you think you've seen it all, it's not Atletico Madrid will be playing in the final. They've been denied by a 6-1 win for Barcelona. That is not what you want to see, really. I mean, they did lose 3-0 away and then 6-1. They do still have Lamine Yamal in that team, and we will be coming up against him in the Champions League final in the next episode. That is crazy. In tomorrow's episode, we will have, is it 3 games of football? Yeah, we're going to have this game against Havre there, as you can see, against Nice in the cup there, the French Cup final, and Barcelona in the Champions League final. We've already confirmed the league. We're playing against Nice, a team who we can beat, and then the biggest game of all against Barcelona, and a treble could just be about to happen, and it would be a perfect treble with the Champions League. If you did enjoy that episode, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Make sure to go and join the Discord down below. I'll leave you all with this little tune. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all for the treble episode, if it is the one tomorrow coming up. What an episode. Thank you. Bye bye.